Hello, my beauties. Welcome, welcome. It's Yogini Viv here, coach and mentor. Just getting my lipstick together, and Percival is here watching me, making sure I'm doing this right. All right, so today I just want to share with you a short video talking about how to stay in balance in the season that we are in. And as I'm recording this, we are in what's called late summer. It is an actual season energetically, okay? It's not quite fall, but summer, you let me know. You felt that shift, right? The nights are a little cooler. And those of you who are sensitive, you can feel like a transition is happening. So we're going to talk about how to remain healthy. I'm going to give you some basics, but the thing with the basics, as those of you who are holistically minded know, when we are stressed, and I promise you, any illness you have, if you talk to me, we will find out what was not in balance, what lifestyle, dietary lifestyle, and stress modulators, causative agents were happening. Okay, I promise you that. It is very, very rare. In holistic systems, it's considered very rare that we suddenly get sick from outside. The only time that happens is in exactly like a pandemic, where outside germ virus attacks our system, or also under extreme weather conditions that can also provoke illness. Those are the only times where it has no cause in our own behavior, well-being, and lifestyle. All right. And again, this is not a judgment. This gives you power to take back some control. Okay. And on that note, I want to share again that I got a really good news, a clean bill of health when I was holistically healing some reproductive issues, just wanting to share. And you guys, I will mention midway, you know, I do consults based on my training as a massage therapist, trained in shiatsu, acupressure, and lifestyle, having studied macrobiotics, but also having studied and practiced meditation. So I'll share more about that. Let's go. I've got a little presentation to show you. Let's see. All right. Okay, guys. So earth energy. So I just wanted to throw that in when I'm talking earth. That's sort of the metaphorically or the element, but the actual organ systems and energy systems are stomach and spleen, pancreas. Okay, let's keep going. Right. It has to do with late summer or any transition time. The qualities it has to do with are mothering, self-care, nurturing, containing, and building, like holding and supporting. Okay. So we're going to talk about when this earth energy is weak in our bodies. We get fatigue, right? Tiredness. We get loose stools, pale lips and tongue, dry skin. We get short or scanty menstruation, hemorrhoids, poor appetite, and food doesn't taste flavorful to a person with that weak energy. I've seen that a lot with my clients. It's like super, super common. And I've known people as friends where food just doesn't taste particularly good to them. They almost don't enjoy eating. Let's talk about when earth energy is in excess. What we notice, some things are similar. Foggy in the head, your limbs feel heavy, your head can feel heavy. Again, just think of an excess of the quality of earthiness. Dull type headaches as opposed to migraine type headaches, right? Dull headaches, yeast infections are common. Congestion and phlegmy, that's almost the hallmark of excess earth energy, is congestion, phlegminess, mucousy, lumps and nodules under the skin, and obesity. Obesity is a big indicator. It really is the hallmark of earth energy in excess. Things like nausea, belching, vomiting, constipation are also signs of earth energy excess. And now I'll share, though, what you can do if you're in the normal range. So, for instance, if you have some of these things arising, but they're not particularly excessive, that's really common, right? And you can even flip-flop between sort of excess and what seems like excess, and then what seems like a bit of a deficiency. That can happen. But let's talk about just how to create balance in this earth energy for this time of year in general. But before I go on, I just want to mention that you can book a consult and you can get coaching that's tailored to you. and for you specifically, okay? And where I combine mindfulness meditation and acupressure points for your specific condition, because as I mentioned at the beginning, all illness has a component of stress to it, unless, as I said, it is literally a virus, an epidemic, or extreme weather conditions can also imbalance us. Otherwise, it has to do a lot with our lifestyle choices, our food, and our stress, and so on. Okay, so the links will be below for that if you'd like to work with me. So in terms of your earth energy and your dietary routine, again, these might seem very basic, but very often we're not doing them. All right, so start to add more cooked foods as we were transitioning from summer, where you'd have a little bit more cold, what's called cold food, like salads. It's considered a cold food. Raw foods are cooling. So start to add a little bit more cooked food to your diet, and always avoid ice cold drinks. They're really not good for you. Also, specifically, I don't have here on the slide, but ice cream is really, really bad for most people, especially if you have it quite often, okay? Because it is cold. Your body has to work to bring it to the temperature of your stomach. It's heavy and it just builds phlegm. Trust me on that. If you can cut down on the ice cream. All right, chew your food. And eat mindfully, eat at established times, okay? It's very, very important. And don't avoid carbs, whole carbs. Things like whole grains are very balancing. So rice, brown rice, corn. Again, trying to get organic, highest quality wheat if you tolerate it. Barley, I think I put barley there, but I mean barley, quinoa, sorghum, teff. There are so many grains. They are not bad for you. They're very, very balancing because they're very neutral foods. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, things like that, very good for the earth. Again, it matters if you have an excess or so. That's again where a consult will be good, because if you're in excess, you really have to be careful of too much of these foods. Meat, fish, beans, nuts are considered slightly sweet in quality, not sugary sweet, but sweet, and therefore are good or tonifying or building. Of course, exclude things if you're a vegetarian, exclude meat and fish. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. And in terms of lifestyle, regularity of habits is really key. Regularity, that is the big thing. So, waking up at around the same time, eating at regular times, having a routine is really the crux of balance for the earth energy. And also balance your work with your rest. Balance work with rest is very, very important. I'm going to share a little bit more here on the next slide. The quality that is associated, let me go back, with an imbalanced earth is worry, or what we call rumination. Rumination means to just have the same thing going in your head over and over and over. It also can relate to another energy meridian, but it definitely has to do with this earth energy. So if you feel like that's you, and I've seen this when I've worked with educators, PhD students, people who really study hours a day, if they start to exercise more, it can help with the overuse of the mind. Like, it's very possible to overuse your mind. Exercise can balance this quality of worry and rumination and overthinking. So there are other things that you can do, but they require really more specific consultation to match your condition and your constitution. So do just check the links below to work with me. I do offer one-on-one sessions, obviously, less detailed than if you do. I offer a series of sessions, coaching, where we work together over about 11 weeks, about 3 months of coaching. So the current links and info are below the video. Okay, talk to you soon. You can ask questions below. If I can answer them without knowing you, I will.